Hi, Demitri. Thank you for booking with me, and thank you so much for your patience. You have no idea how these readings have kicked my butt. Like, it's astronomical. But I finally made it here, and thank you so much for waiting on me. So I had actually already started this video, and I was like halfway into my spiel when my phone decided to die. So, I don't know if that's a sign. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But even now, I feel like you're either going through a transition or you're really working on something energetically, and I'll tell you why right now. But let me go back to my spiel. So as I was channeling your energy earlier on during the day, I was kind of getting like, I don't know if you're working more towards like Mexican traditional witchcraft, or maybe you've been having dreams or being drawn to like certain Mayan and Aztec architecture and structure, because I picked out some like really interesting decks to work with. And I always think it's really interesting when I work with other energy workers because their energy is so intense. Like, I'll be out for like 2 days, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing any more readings. But for you, I'm gonna move away from the astrology portion and get more into the past life reading portion, solely because I already did the astrology portion for you and it kind of doesn't change much, but also because this last batch has had a lot of like past lives. Like, I don't normally limit, like, I won't say like it's one lifetime per person. I just kind of freestyle and let whatever lifetime come out, because sometimes you never know if it's more than one lesson, if the lessons are all intertwined. But yeah, so this last batch has literally been like 2 to 3 lifetimes, and it's honestly, some of them kind of intertwine and some of them don't, but I'm thinking that maybe your lifetimes are going to be like that too. Last time I think I went over 2 lifetimes, and I might get another 2 right now. But backtrack, enough of that. So I'm going to tell you where I get some of my information from in case you're interested in doing past life readings. So I do a lot of research. I'm actually using the book right now to hold this stand, but a lot of research using like past life astrology. If you don't know who Judy Hall is, she has a book called Past Life Astrology, which, like I said, is holding my stand right now. And it kind of, it's like it goes through the basics of like your sun, your moon, your houses, and how that relates to your past lives. She also has another one, 2 more other books that go in depth. They're called Karmic Connections and Patterns of the Past. Now, if you're interested in reading past life astrology, I really, really recommend it. I kind of just use it as an additive towards my past life readings. I also use, I don't remember if I mentioned this last time, I don't know why it's so dark in here. Like, the lighting looks dark, but it's actually really bright in here. But whatever. I use the Past Life Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, and I got this one years ago. I don't know if I mentioned it, but this thing is like super, super ancient. I know they make like, I don't call them bootleg, but like knockoffs kind of on Etsy. I saw them recently, and yeah, so if you're interested in that, and if you don't know who Brian Weiss is like the father of like modern past life regression therapy. Now, I took it for a long time, and I really, really highly recommend it. And if you ever get the chance to meet this guy, like, go. Like, this man is super like dirt old, but like he, like, some of the teachings that like he taught in his seminar when he came down here, they're really, really cool and really great. Actually, that's where I learned kind of like psychometry, was from his seminar. So I really recommend him as an author. He wrote Many Lives, Many Masters. He wrote Through Time into Healing. He wrote what was the other one? Same Soul, Many Bodies. He has another book. What is it? He has like, I think he has like at least 4 or 5 books, and I've read all of them, but I can't kind of like recall them from the top of my head. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. So like I was saying, I feel like you're like, I don't know, like, I want to say shrooms, but like I feel like you're trying to work on another level of consciousness, if that makes sense. Like, we're in the 3D, and you might be trying to work in the 5D, or trying to like raise your vibration in some sort of way, or trying to gather more information from the ethereal, because I'm definitely getting some sort of like, what do I call it, like, you're trying to ascend yourself in some way, or trying to kind of harness more of your own energy. But enough of that. Let me tell you what crystals I picked out and why I think this is what you're working on. So here, I kind of like always tell you some crystals that I don't remember the names of, but this one I remember the properties. So this one is, it's not like black as a whole. It's literally like, it has shards of blue in it. And the properties of this one is to enhance your experiences. Now, that does not mean only your life experiences, but it means your meditation experiences, like your astral dream experiences. This stone is kind of to enhance all experiences in your life. It's more to give you that kind of like that push that you need, whether it's like learning lessons or just kind of bringing new information to you that will enhance your experiences. Honestly, if you try to look for it in a metaphysical shop, I'm trying to show it to you. I don't know why it doesn't glisten. I hate that. Let me focus it. Maybe like, no, I feel like, oh, now it got darker. Why is it doing that? Whatever. Okay, so it's like to enhance your experiences. It's also like a tropical storm outside, so whatever. Florida's Florida. It's to enhance your experiences, and I really, really recommend using this stone for meditation. I also have here, this is peacock's ore. Now, peacock's ore is, it kind of looks like a piece of gravel. I'm not even gonna lie. It looks like a piece of gravel, and it has like really like iridescent properties. Maybe if I put down my knee, it has like really iridescent properties. I don't know if you see it. And it's to remove mental, emotional, and spiritual blockages. Now, I feel like maybe you hit a stump on the road, and you might need to meditate with some peacock ore. I feel like it'll really enhance that experience for you. And also, I picked this stone, but this is not the stone that I'm looking for. I cannot find my serpentine for the life of me. Serpentine is it's like an oval rock that looks like snake skin. I used it in one of my videos, and I haven't seen it since. So I don't know if it just kind of like up and slithered away or whatever happened, but serpentine is to enhance that kundalini energy. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you're trying to ascend in some way. Now, the serpentine stone looks exactly like a snake skin. It's to kind of channel the kundalini, enhance your kundalini, and kind of raise that, I don't want to call it like a sexual vibration, but it starts from the root chakra and it kind of goes up. So I feel like kind of like this. Oh, actually, man, kind of like this. I don't know if you could see it. It starts on here and it goes up. Now I'm gonna bring the tantric dankini later into play, but see how everything's kind of like adding into one another. I feel like that's very telling to what's going on in your life right now. I also have here, obviously, kyanite. I always keep kyanite on me for past life readings because sometimes energies can be heavy. And in this one, I wrapped it around a little note, and it's to help me channel. It's like me specifically asking to channel something, and I'll either sleep with it or I'll work with it in some way that it's easier for me to kind of channel energy. And I feel like maybe that's a tip. Oh my God. Did you hear that? There's literally nobody in this room with me, so I might be on the money. That was a little scary. So I feel like maybe this is a good tip for you, and maybe that's why I got that pop. Like, that really freaked me out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, like I feel like maybe that's really for you, and maybe you should really like, maybe it's a little tidbit that you can take home with you. So yeah, so these are the crystals that I chose for you. Now, once again, I'm gonna go directly into your lifetime, but even the decks that I chose, I'm gonna tell you which decks that I chose. Obviously, I chose the past life oracle deck. Let me see if I can put this up a little bit so it can give me more light, because I don't know why it's so dark. Jesus. Excuse my leg up here, but like this is like the most comfortable position. A little better? Yeah, a little better. Okay, so I chose the past life oracle deck for you. The Santa Muerte oracle deck. This is why I feel like you're going through like some like life changes, because Santa Muerte doesn't come out very much. Like if you look at any of my past life, I've kept her in here by the way. If you look at any of my other past life readings, like she doesn't come out to play much. Like she is a deck for deeper dives, if that makes sense. And I chose obviously the Tantric Dankini. The Tantric Dankini is a very different oracle deck than most. I feel like it channels more of like deep subconscious, like intuitive information. And the only people that I've used a Tantric Dankini are on like 2 other energy workers that I know deal with energy on a constant day-to-day basis. And I feel like maybe that's also you right now. So the Tantric Dankini will be for messages later. And then I have the Psychic Tarot. I've been using the Psychic Tarot a little more. I don't know if it's because this last batch is a little more challenging. But the July batch was very challenging. But I feel like we're gonna get some juicy gossip. Oh, and again, like, the Santa Muerte is a Mexican oracle deck, so I feel like maybe you probably have like a lifetime in Central America, maybe more towards the Mayan Aztec culture, because as I was thinking of you, I was channeling I don't know if the Quetzal, which is like a Mexican deity. He is the snake, and again, the snake, the serpentine thing, the serpentine stone. I feel like maybe you're going through I don't want to call it a transition, but it's definitely a transition. Snakes are seen as kind of like, they're seen as like the like, when you see a snake, it's like the infinity symbol, so it's a transition to life and the afterlife, and like the ever so like revolving consciousness and stuff. So yeah, I feel like this is gonna be an interesting read. So like I said, I always explain to people that, you see, oh my god, I always explain to people that when I do lifetimes, it's kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, where I channel that was a big chunk, where I channel certain lifetimes to see what problems you're going into, or like what's going on. What the heck? This is really strange. I feel like, wow, I guess it's not even a coincidence at this point. Again, but I feel like, I'll tell you right now, I always tell people that it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that certain lifetimes will always follow you. I always tell everyone that your family is your immediate karmic group. Like, you have lived lifetimes after lifetimes with them, and if you didn't learn the lesson in the beginning, they will kind of manifest themselves as your immediate group, or they'll be immediate help, or they'll be immediate karma, and you will know by your relationship with them. So very interesting to see that this is, wow, I'm so dead right now. I'm gonna show you right now, but yeah, this is very, very interesting. I don't know if you're currently dating somebody, but there's somebody here, baby. Let's see. So I'm gonna show you all the cards. So we got Medicine Man and Woman again. We have Farm. We have Spouse. We have Biblical. We have Finances. And we have Male and Female. So what I'm going to tell you right off the bat is I am not surprised that the Medicine Man or Woman came up, and I'll tell you why. Because again, while I was thinking of your energy, I was channeling that Mexican Mayan kind of that lifetime, and I feel like it's very interesting that this specific card pops up more than once. I feel like you have lived maybe 2 more times as a Medicine Man or Woman. I feel like more in the Mayan, I'm just gonna keep it Mayan because that feels like what it's true to, but I could even be Aztec. You probably have both lives in, like, one in Mayan, one in Aztec, but and that's why I'm getting like torn. But anyway, I feel like you were a woman in this lifetime, and I feel like, because I see sand for whatever reason. I don't know if like you dream of sand, or like there's a significance of sand to you, but what I'm seeing is like this older woman with like long black braids in her hair. The braids are very, like, a very specific color. They are not the Mexican color. These braids look like purple and like shades of like violet. So it's like the purple, and then it's like violet in them. And she's throwing sand. And I'm not sure what the significance of her throwing sand is, but I do see her throwing sand in fire. Like, it's like one big, what I'm getting is like one big like fire pit, and she's like constantly throwing sand. And I feel like I should probably put the Santa Muerte out. Because once I get stuck, I get stuck. So I'm going to go through the Medicine Man or Woman lifetime first. And then I'm going to go through the biblical one. Because I feel like the biblical one is going to be a little more intense. I feel like Farm is here for a reason too. Like, maybe she's... Oh. You know what it is? She's doing this ritual for the harvest. I feel like this is like a harvest ritual that she's doing for like a prosperous, like, harvest. I feel like that's what's coming up. I'm gonna leave male and female are both here. I'll go into it right now, but I feel like that's why she's doing it. Like, she's doing this as like a prosperity ritual, and she takes sand and she throws it, but I also see her drinking a liquid and kind of like blowing it out. So I don't know if you know, but in Mexican like curanderismo, this does derive from some of our ancestors. They will put some sort of alcohol in their mouth and they will spit it at you. Now, this is not only as like a rite of passage for other curanderos, but it's also like it's a cleansing tool. They will literally spit this at you as a form of cleansing you. And I feel like this is her cleansing her space before she the sand. The sand is like an abundant thing. I get like, okay, but sand is like, it's like a never ending thing. And I guess for her, this is a way of saying like, may our crops be as abundant as sand, may it never run out, and may it be ever flowing, is what I'm getting. I haven't even started this. Like, I want to ask like what. That's very interesting. Very interesting. The High Priestess. What did I say about the purples and like the shades of purples and the violets? That is very interesting. Jesus, I'm kind of scared. So I want to know what type of lessons kind of revolve around, sorry, that's my daughter, revolve around this lifetime, because I feel like you in yourself have a very spiritual, I don't want to call it a very spiritual soul, but I feel like it's very old and very wanting to connect back to this. Like, I feel like it's trying to figure itself out right now, and maybe you could be like stuck in some sort of way. Justice is in reverse, and the Four of Cups is in reverse. So when I see the Four of Cups in reverse, I feel like it's a card of choices. I feel like when the Four of Cups in reverse specifically is you're ready to take the next step, but I feel like there are emotional blockages, or just I feel like for you it could be emotional blockages. I feel like these blockages are maybe more towards trusting your emotions and the feelings. I feel like it's feelings, like trusting your feelings and trusting your gut instinct. I feel like as a Gemini you can overthink things and not really feel your feelings through, but I feel like that's where your intuition and the blue and the purple kind of makes sense to you. It's the intuition mixed with the emotional. I feel like that's why it's telling you like it's okay to be wrong, but feel all the way through. And I feel like maybe that's why this peacock ore is here as well. I did say the peacock ore was to eliminate blockages, and maybe you just don't let yourself feel things fully. I don't know if this is like a trauma response for you, but I feel like you kind of like, when I think of you and your emotions, I see a cup and it's like one drop of water at a time. Like, I feel like that's you mediating your emotions. Instead of letting you feel them all at once, you kind of just let them drop one at a time. Like, that's the kind of like the figurative message that I'm getting. And when Justice is in reverse, I feel like it's a lack of clarity. Justice represents clarity, truth. I feel like with you, it's a lack of clarity from your emotions, or it's a lack of clarity of why you feel certain things. Even though Geminis tend to intellectualize things, it's not feeling them all the way through. I feel like, why am I getting the medicine woman though? That's my real question. Why am I getting the medicine woman? Interesting. Ugh. Oh, I'm getting her because you need to meditate on her. I feel like this woman was deeply connected to her subconscious, and maybe, oh yeah, look, the thing just swung back at me. And even the Five of Cups in reverse, I feel like she was deeply connected to her subconscious and her emotions. I feel like that's why you were a woman in this lifetime. I feel like it was lessons for you to connect deeply with that part of yourself, and that part of yourself is still there. You are still the same soul. It's just you need to tap into her. I don't know if you have a relic that's like Mexican. It's definitely not tequila, but I don't know if you have some sort of like relic that's Mexican or related to like Mexico for some way, but I am getting something like that you can physically look at and meditate on to receive her information. I feel like she's very versed in kind of like herbal work, as well as like like cleansing. Like I don't know if you're working on being able to cleanse or like deeper deeper methods of cleansing yourself and cleansing others, because I see that she's very, very well versed in that, as well as like prepping space for rituals. Like I feel like that's one of the big things that because she's obviously that circle and that big pot of fire and stuff. It feels like she's very well versed in that. I feel like people rely on her not just for the healing and for the healing work, but kind of like as a way to, they feel safe around her and they feel like they can trust her, and that like that they'll have like a bountiful harvest. But I feel like maybe more this is about you having a bountiful harvest, a bountiful spiritual harvest. I feel like maybe right now you could be at an odds on where to take your path, if you should continue studying either magical work, stay in tarot, or kind of like wander off. But I feel like in a way this lifetime is a little bit of all of them, because I do see bone readings happening like around this fire. I see her grabbing, I don't know if you specifically like cats, but I see her grabbing like cat bones and like throwing it. And this cat kind of looks like a little bit like a lynx, but I see her grabbing it and she's throwing it and she's reading the bone work. And I feel like maybe you might be driving off into different sorts of divination that relate to it. But I want to see what type of lessons are here. I feel like every time I get you, like the lessons are a little different. Obviously it's like through feeling your emotions and stuff, but I feel like there's more to it. Let's see. What type of lesson? I feel like it's in the financials too. You've gotten financials twice already, by the way, which finances is over here, but also finances over here. I feel like, yeah, and look, 10 of Pentacles over here. I'm over it. I feel like this for you is kind of manifesting money, manifesting abundance through your spiritual practices. I know that you're a tarot reader as well, but I feel like this, maybe this like magical portion of it, actually there's a book, okay, but I feel like this magical portion of it and like her kind of bringing that abundance into these people's lives, I feel like that's you needing to take it in, you needing to bring in this abundance in your life. The Page of Pentacles reverse, money coming in, and I feel like when it's reversed, it's like a blockage of money not coming in, or it could still be coming in, but it's not coming in the way you need it to come in through the work that you're doing. I feel like maybe right now are you uncomfortable with like taking money for your tarot readings, or you're underpricing yourself. I feel like it's probably the second one. You might be underpricing yourself, and you might have other gifts that you could use to kind of build yourself financially. I feel like this is the end and the start for you. There's actually a book here that, please don't judge me for my background. There's a book here that I have, and it's called, where is it? I am so sorry, but I can't find it's here. It's just I have a mess in my bookcase over here. The book is called Financial Sorcery. I want you to see it, but also I want you to see this book. It's from the same author, and I feel like it's gonna help you, and this is probably why you're receiving this message at the time that you are. Where the heck is that book? Okay, doesn't matter. It's from the same author. His name is Jason Miller, and this one is Protection and Reversal Magic. Now, what did I say? She was very well versed on not only setting up her magical workings, but also protection magic. I feel like this book, along with Financial Sorcery, are going to be two of kind of like your pathways, like starting to work within the magical workings. Please get these books. Sorry. Okay, so I feel like that's maybe why you're receiving this message at the time you are. And I haven't even finished. I have a whole other lifetime to go through. This lady is very old, by the way. She's probably in her like 65, 67. And that's where kind of like this ancient wisdom comes from. I do see temples. Like on the temple wall, I see the Quetzal, which is like the snake dragon demon. Not demon, but he's a guardian. I feel like maybe you should meditate on that and get yourself some serpentine. But let me go into the next lifetime. I feel like this lifetime wasn't too eventful. You've had more eventful lifetimes, but this one kind of like this one was kind of like this financial like kind of to steer you in that way, if that makes sense. Like, okay, let me see the other one. Really, really strange, because I grabbed this one, biblical, spouse, and finances. But along with that, the card resting in the top was the Two of Swords. When the Two of Swords pop up, I don't see it as two decisions that are too far off from each other. Like, you might have two hard decisions to make, but you can always meet in the middle ground. This is the Two of Wands. I said Two of Swords. Woo! Two of Wands. I feel like, no, it's still a card of like, it's still a card of decisions. And for me, sometimes I feel like you might be stuck in some sort of way, but you're also building towards something better. So I feel like in the recreational card, the Two of Wands is sitting. Oh, it fell. He's sitting and he has two wands on his side. And in a way, he's building, but he's in a resting period. And I feel like that's very much indicative of where you are right now. You're building, but you're in a resting period. And you might feel like you're stuck or like you're not progressing as fast as you could be, but that's because you need this time. Again, the Four of Swords popped up for you. So I feel like with the Two of Wands and the Four of Swords, it's telling you that sometimes no movement is the movement that's needed, if that makes sense. Like, you need to be able to sit down, take a step back, and kind of plan yourself out. And I feel like this planning period for you is going to be a studying period, and that's why those books are here. I feel like for you, biblical comes up because it has to do with maybe a struggle for your finances. I feel like this was a very, very poor time, and I'm getting the bull, so Taurus energy. I don't know if there's somebody in your life that you dated that's a Taurus, or somebody that's going to be very relevant to you in your life that's a Taurus. And I feel like Tauruses are also very well versed in making money. Sorry about the noise in the background, but I feel like Tauruses are very well versed in making money and like the luxuries. And maybe this person is around you, or maybe you have a friend that's a Taurus that you could talk to, but they make, how do I put it? They find a way to make money is the way that I'm talking about. And it's not just financial abundance with them. They find a way to create abundance in all their lives. If you get a smart Taurus, if you get a balanced Taurus, if you get a Taurus that's living true to themselves, because if you get one that's not, you're gonna get a whole freaking mess. So I feel like whoever, you're not dating anybody, right? But I feel like whoever is going to pop up is going to have heavy earth influence. Or your next partner could be a Taurus, or they could have heavy Taurus influences. I feel like this person is from biblical times. I do see you as a man in this lifetime. And it's a life of like a lot of poverty, because I'm seeing a lot of like dust, and I'm seeing you kind of like gather, what is it? It's like, it's one of those big like carts, and you're pushing like wood on it, and it's very, very dry for whatever reason. I don't know if you have like vivid dreams of being in a desert, or you wake up with the night sweats, but I feel like for you this could be very relevant in some way. Like, maybe it's you carrying, because I kind of also feel it as the Ten of Wands as well. Like, when I see that image, it feels like the Ten of Wands. It feels like burdens that you're carrying. It could be from prior lifetimes, or it could be other people's burdens that you're currently carrying. I feel like you're kind of just pushing it, and it feels scarce in a way. I feel like Ten of Wands energy, and also like a lot of scarcity around you, and you're just trying to make the best out of it. I don't know if that's where you are in life. I don't know if that's how you're currently feeling, but this lifetime feels very much that way. This man is trying to make he's trying to make things work. And I feel like the woman who comes in, yeah, woo, yeah, look, oh shit, sometimes I'll be reading myself, but the woman that comes in does help him. Like, I'm calling her a woman now because she's gonna be a woman now, but I have the Three of Cups energy, the Six of Wands, and again the Two of Swords. Oh, not the Two of Swords, I said the Two of Swords earlier. You see, I feel like I predicted it coming, but I feel like the Two of Swords in this picture is represented as a scissor. I feel like it's just kind of splitting things into two rather than making two separate decisions. I feel like how could I put this? Like, maybe you need to separate something. Maybe you need to like separate your, I feel like maybe you need to separate, oh, you know what it is? The spiritual and the monetary are not different. The spiritual and the monetary can be one in the same. You can create spiritual abundance and manifest it into physical abundance. I feel like that is what it's telling me. Like, I know it's not the conventional meaning for the Two of Swords, but with finances here as one of the past lives and Seven of Pentacles reversed, I feel like it's telling you that as soon as you stop seeing them as separate, more abundance will come into your life. Or even look, this Wheel of Fortune has been under here for a while, but I haven't paid attention to it. But it's been under there. Like, I've shuffled the cards a couple of times and it's still the card that's at the bottom. So I feel like once you stop seeing as the spiritual and the monetary as separate and seeing it as a unit to kind of like enhance one another, it's going to be a whole different ride for you. And I feel like the hourglass is very, very significant. I feel like it's time, like within time. Like, I feel like you're going to be in a different space within 2 months, because I am getting two, not only because of the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands, but you're going to be in a different space between 2 and 3 months. And I feel like it has a lot to do with this rest period that you might be going through right now. And this is so weird because I wasn't anticipating this reading being more like financial or like monetary driven, and definitely didn't think it was going to be a semi-love reading with the Taurus energy here. But I feel like they're going to be two different things. Like, they're not going to be two different things. I'm sorry, I'm like going off into the distance. I feel like they're going to be like it's going to be one and the same for you. It's learning how to create, how to manifest that spiritual into the monetary, into the physical. I feel like maybe you need to do some manifestation work, sir. I feel like that's probably why I was trying to pull that financial sorcery book out of here. And from one energy worker to another, you have to stop seeing it as separate. I feel like once you see it as a wavelength, a spiritual wavelength, money is on a wavelength. Money is a wavelength that you can tap into and create more of. As somebody that runs a larger Twitter platform and stuff, but you just have to tap into that energy and believe that it is not separate, that it is one of the same. Once you drop your ideas of money and the stigmas behind it, it flows more freely. And I feel like there's a blockage in that. There's an emotional blockage. Wow, we were just running through these blockages right now. And I feel like it's gonna be like, I didn't intend this to be a witchcraft lesson, but emotions are a source of power. Now, when you use a positive emotion, let's say this is a positive emotion, to reach something that you want, and they are on the similar levels, you get that through how? Through visualization. So positive emotion, visualization, manifestation. And I feel like maybe that's the route that you're getting into right now. I feel like that's why this emotional blockage is presenting itself. I feel like this is your first milestone. This is your first milestone. You need to be able to let yourself feel that we could use that emotional energy to manifest something better. You have to add a powerful emotion behind a vision to manifest it. You have to strongly believe in it, and the emotion has to be strong. It has to be positive. But in any form of witchcraft, any emotion is a source of energy. And I feel like maybe that's why I'm seeing these like biblical, this is why I'm seeing the medicine woman. You need that source of power to kind of fuel you up. Now, this man's life gets a lot better when this I'm gonna say she's a Taurus woman. I don't know if you have a girlfriend right now, excuse her, or her Taurus is in Venus, or she has heavy Taurus placements, but she's a lot more well versed in financial and monetary. She could just be a Taurus woman in your life. She doesn't have to be somebody that she was your spouse in this lifetime. She could be a really good friend, a distant cousin. Ooh, listen, past life works weird. My mom was like, she was like my brother in another lifetime, but let's not get into that. But I feel like this person is gonna have a large influence on how you view money and how money comes into your life. Honestly, this could even be a coworker. This could even be a coworker, or somebody that you're gonna have a financial relationship with, but they're gonna be a big push towards how you see money and how you manifest money and how you manifest even like abundance in your life, or how you like financially handle yourself. I feel like this is gonna be a big lesson for you. And even the emotional one, I feel like you gotta let yourself feel something sometime and stop intellectualizing them. I feel like sometimes you can come off as cold and distant because you intellectualize your emotions so much. Now I'm gonna get into sorry about all the interruptions. Like I told you, like I tried to film your video like 3 times and there's something I was interrupting, especially that freaking pop. I don't even know how like that happened, but I'm gonna get into the tantric thankini. Now I don't use this oracle often for the simple fact that it's not a hard oracle to use, but it's just the energy in itself. It's supposed to like trigger something subconsciously. Oh, it's supposed to trigger something subconsciously. And that'll help. That'll kind of like, how do I say? It's not gonna ascend you, but it's gonna like, it's supposed to trigger some sort of awakening. Now, do I remember the meaning of the cards? No, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't use this deck often. Cutting through. That gives me the same Two of Swords energy. Yeah, and it's like, I feel like, I'll tell you what I feel like right now. It's cutting through. It's Phoenix, rising from the ashes. The threefold rule. What did I say? Well, this one says threefold riddle, but you have temptation. And then you have the cosmic carrot. I'm really interested about the cosmic carrot. I'm going to read straight from this book because like I told you, I do not, but right off the bat, what I'm feeling with cutting through, I feel like that's making some progress. I feel like that's Two of Swords energy, or oh look, it's over here. But this Two of Swords is different. This is a scissor cutting through. The Phoenix in itself, I feel like this is you finding that part of yourself and kind of rising through the muck right now. I don't know about the riddle though. I want to see the cosmic carrot. Occult transmission. So, what did I say about you learning? I just read that one word and I kind of already knew. Occult transmission. So, the occult doesn't really have to be like the dark energy or that negative energy. I feel like the occult is learning the hidden truths, or some sort of magical working, protection and reversal magic, but also financial sorcery. I feel like that's kind of like, it's what it's telling you. And then let's see, 57. I'm gonna go by the order that they come. Occult choice. What the heck? I'm telling you. Related to the suit of pentacles in the traditional arcana. So again, pentacles. money, finances. This is like, I feel like this is just kind of like reiterating what I told you. I don't even know why I pulled out this book. Psychological temptation and resolution. I feel like maybe this is more, I don't want to call it trauma based, but more like upbringing based. Air in the card. Wow, you're a Gemini. Swords and tarot. It says knowledge through the part of self that has been concealed. So again, the blockages. I don't need this fucking book. So again, I feel like it's removing those blockages. Like, I don't read tarot. This is so weird. I feel like I'm talking like I know you. Like, but anyway, I don't read tarot in a traditional form. I read tarot how tarot speaks to me. So if I feel like the first card, if I lay out something like this and I feel like the first card speaks to me and then the second card speaks to me and then the middle is kind of like a problem resolution, that's how I read tarot. Or sometimes I will go in a circle. I will read in a circular motion. And I feel like even now I read it backwards, like a snake. Or what I said about the snake. I feel like you really have to dig up some muck, like some internal muck. I feel like there's something within you that might be stopping you from receiving blessings. This could be like a scarcity mentality. This could be just a fear of doing better. Like, I know some people find it ridiculous, but sometimes you can just genuinely be afraid of like, what if I do succeed? Like, sometimes success scares people. And I'm not saying that's the case with you, but maybe you're afraid to dig up something in your subconscious. And I feel like once you dig it up, it's just gonna be like a whole new ballgame for you. And that's where the phoenix comes in, and that's where cutting through comes in. Remember, we saw how I went like a snake. So after you uncover those occult parts of yourself, it's like a new horizon, a new dawn. And then you're gonna be able to make moves that you're more proud of. I feel like that's all I got for you. I'm a little tired. It's been 42 minutes of me talking. But if you need anything, or if you want like book recommendations and stuff, please reach out to me through this email or through message on Twitter. Remember the books that I recommended you. I feel like they're going to be a big help in your journey. And let me know how you like them. So bye, Demitri.